We are live.
Yes.
Oh, we're live.
Good morning, everybody.
Sorry, I just
Happy
woke up.
Republic
No.
Day. we kind of just woke up on the live, right? That's what you mean. Happy Republic Day, everybody. This is another episode of the Business Development TV TT Trinidad and Tobago. And we are here on this wonderful Republic Day. Yes, a few minutes late, but it's a holiday, so we're still bringing you what we deliver every Thursday, but just a little later.
Yeah, we had a few other kinks to take care of. School, children. Everybody kind of woke up on holiday mode, a little
Yeah,
slow.
a little slow.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Topic of the day.
we are continuing with our theme for this month, low e-commerce sales and some of the fixes that you can implement to improve your e-commerce sales, set yourself up for a wonderful Christmas, because Christmas is how many days away?
Less than
According
100 because
less
the radio started their 100 days to Christmas. I forget which
exactly.
channel. Sorry, I forgot which channel.
It's 100.1. Yes, I saw it
100.
yesterday. So we are less than 100 days away from Christmas. And if you want to have better e-commerce sales, lean in, listen
Or
up.
online, because we
Or
don't know
online.
when this lockdown is going to stop. We have to contribute to keeping the numbers down by not forcing our customers to come out to the store. Okay, so if you have a store, you want to, facilitate either the amount of time that they spend on the store, so minimize this length of time, minimize the touch points, and facilitate the sale as easily, as quickly as possible. And you will get better sales because everybody is looking for the quickest, fastest way to tell the store owner what it is I need from you. Can you find me the best version? Whatever. And then, and I mean, a lot of us go to the technology and in these stores, the fashion stores, because the thing is, e-commerce in the fashion industry has continued to improve their technology. What they were doing is you go to their app or you go to their website and you try on clothes virtually, right? So you stand in front of the camera and you try it on.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying to do that if you're a fashion industry, a fashion store, because it's going to be kind of expensive. But there are ways to do it, all right? And don't worry about the ways to get the red versus the yellow versus the whatever. What we're offering for you today is one of the easiest ways that you should fix today to get that click-through rate to your e-commerce stores. And the stats we have for you is that 70% of consumers, 70% of your customers only come to you after they've seen you on social media again and again and again and again. And because of COVID, unfortunately, that number has now increased. Why has that increased? Because people are getting so many ads coming at them, all right?
Yeah.
You now need to be there even more. Okay? What I do want to say is that yes, be there, but don't be always selling. Talk to your person like a complete person. Don't only talk to what it is that you sell. All right?
Sell and what you want to deliver. Yes.
And exactly. And yes, we know you have promotions. Yes, you want to push the stock that arrived in your store in January because you don't want it to get that much older, because if you're in fashion, styles change. But here what? COVID-19 2020 is very forgivable. We're going to accept 2019 fashion in 2021. Okay? Cool. It's fine. What you do need to improve is what we're talking about today is customer support and communication.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
The other stats I have for you, the other stats I have for you is that 60% only buy after you have become a trusted advisor. So again, if you're in the fashion industry, the other side of the person, yes, they want your dress, yes, they want the top, but the other side of the person wants to know how their shape will fit into a specific style. So that's talking to what you do as well as talking
What
to
they
what the
want.
person is thinking and
Yes,
getting
exactly.
deeper into what they want. Because they want to
Exactly.
look nice in your clothes.
Mhm.
So that's in a sense where some people who are like tall, and they wear clothes that short people wear. I'm like, I'm not a fashion person. I'm not don't
By
come to
any
me for
means.
advice,
We
but
just we're just
but
using that as the example. But
yeah,
definitely when you talk about being a trusted advisor, yes, you're in business to sell. And this is one thing that, I mean, this week recently I saw where you may be selling one item, and this was inside of a group that I'm in. I can't remember specifically what the product is, but there are many other support things around it, tools, systems, etc., that the person promotes and shares, because she's thinking my potential customers are not only going to need my product, but my product they may also need, it's like you go to clean a house, right? You need a broom and a mop, but you may want to include the mop cleaner or a bucket, right? Not everybody likes wringing the mop with their hands, right? So think about those complementary things, and that is looking at the person, as you said, Beneath, looking at them as a whole. How can I help them, this customer, as a whole, with what I have to offer? All right. Maybe you don't have something to offer, but maybe you could point them in the right direction. One of the best things that I remember, example, and it's probably a Seth Godin, probably is, right?
probably.
But
Yes.
they talk about, when you think of a trusted advisor, there was this example of a diamond store. I can't remember the name of it, but they won over a lot of customers, not because they kept pushing, oh, buy this ring, buy this
Or their
watch, buy
beautiful
this,
ring, or
or buy this,
this
yeah, and
one,
this,
and this one.
and the Instagram was flooded with all the jewelry. But what their social media was flooded with was understanding of jewelry. What does this color mean at this time in somebody's life, and what do you give to your grandparents on this anniversary? It was that type of information that they flooded their social media with. So that's when you realize, oh, they know a thing or two about this stuff, right? So
About jewelry and about stones.
and stones and all of
Yes.
these things, so that you had this idea that they were the trusted authority in this area. And whereas the other store just kept saying, buy this gold band, buy this, you
And
didn't
then
buy
a
that.
5% discount if you buy this, and if you buy this, a 15% discount on this one, and yeah, people don't like to be sold to, but they do like to buy.
Buy, yes.
People are buying. We have to understand that people are
Yeah,
buying. So you need to figure out what you need to do differently to get people to buy
to buy.
from you.
Exactly.
And now we're talking about customer support.
Mhm.
So I'd like to give you my egg story.
Let me
I
hear this
know,
egg
I mean,
story.
the thing is, it's just eggs, and that's what that person does only. But the fact that he does it, and then the thing is, he did it to me on Monday, and then somebody else did something else on Tuesday. And I'm like, what is going on with people? If they understand that the money is in the pocket of the customer who wants to buy from you, but if you repel them with your conversation and your communication, are you in business to make money? It's a big question, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, my egg story. I actually remembered ahead of time to call my egg person and tell them, can I have eggs on Monday? Because he usually delivers on Monday. And
Right.
I know he wants to keep his delivery cost down. I totally understand that and appreciate that. So I said, I called in advance. Anyway, I'm waiting. I think I followed up with him Monday morning. And yes, he said he was coming. So whole day goes by. and it's 7 o'clock that night. I'm like, I didn't get eggs. Today is Monday. Oh my gosh. So I texted him, and his response was, I called, you didn't answer. Yeah, sorry. 5 minutes that I stepped away from my phone. And that was it. No eggs for me. And then his response was, no, me as a customer, I'm thinking, well, should you not, the supplier, promise me another day? Because I did tell you I need eggs. Should you not, if you want to sell eggs, tell me what other day that you will be in my area that you can deliver eggs?
Yes.
I, the customer, have to ask, when will you be in my area again so that you can deliver eggs? And then he gave me another day in a week. And he finished his comment with, if I remember. Now I went, really? If I remember? I'm like,
oh dear. Oh,
and
dear.
the thing is, storekeepers do it too.
Yes.
They do it. I mean,
Yes.
I was like,
previous so previous to COVID, and this may not, but there's a lesson in this for everyone that's watching. There is a huge lesson in this. It may sound like I'm venting story, but there's the huge lesson. If you are delivering service to your customers, you are not just delivering the eggs that your customer actually needs today. You are delivering a service to them. You are delivering the cake that you probably wanted. The cake that you wanted to bake this week, all right? Or breakfast for today on a public holiday where you're not gonna get, too many places open. But
where you just eat cereal for breakfast because you have to run off and do work,
Exactly. Right? Like today is the first day that we had eggs for the week. We had cereal every day. But still, that as a business owner, and especially in these stores, and this is something that literally drove me to e-commerce. But then you realize that you still wanted the same experience. You're still looking, as a customer, you're still looking for that communication, that customer support, even if you're online. Because for me personally, I went to online and I removed myself from having, right? So I don't know if you remember my shoe story, my sneaker story. I said, I'll never buy a sneaker in Trinidad again. I'm going to buy it on Amazon, and I don't care how much taxes I have to pay to bring it in. I prefer get the customer service and support of Amazon than what I received. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, and that is what drives people away. But what keeps them in any situation is the customer.
Forgive you.
Is the customer service and the customer support. All right. You've got to learn how to communicate and and it doesn't, like, we have our favorite example of our telecoms providers. They put in the technology and they put in the same bad customer support into the technology.
Meaning, what really gets me upset with them is that they're in communication. That's their business. And if you want to get in touch with them, oh my gosh, you might as well go to the sun and back. Because communicating with them, I mean, there was a time when I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to use their communication channels. I'm not going to try to call them, because that's a waste of time. So I'm going to use their communication channels. So I click on the chatbot on their website and I explain my problem. And the person says, well, I can only answer X. I can't help you with that. Go to this link. She gives me the link and submit your question. I go to that link, submit my question, and I get the same person. I'm like, what?
Help you.
I got redirected to the same area.
Chatbot, yeah.
So I still couldn't.
So you still could not. Yes.
I still could not communicate with it.
Still have to try and dig up a phone number. And if by chance somebody does answer, like a physical person does answer the chatbot, or if a person does
But this is a
answer.
physical person answering your chatbot.
Oh, well,
At least
I
it
have had
looked
the
like that.
automated, right? So, and that's the thing where if you don't have good customer support and good customer communication, if you're not communicating well with your customers like this, like in the physical world where you actually could get on a phone, hear their voice and everything, putting technology to replace that isn't going to make it better. It's like when everybody does the bad marketing offline and then they come online and they do the bad marketing online and expecting better results. No.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, now you actually know your numbers.
Well, at
Anyway.
least now you know your numbers. If you care to, if
Now you know your actual numbers,
no,
because before, when you advertise in the traditional way, newspaper, billboard, you have no idea what your numbers are.
yes, at least from a
So now
digital,
when
yeah.
you do the anyway. So anyway, what solution we want to give you today? Yes, you do need to communicate better, and we want to help you minimize the amount of hoops and jumps and skips the customer has to do in order to reach you. And that's where the technology comes in. So yes, the technology comes in and helps you communicate, because Facebook wants you to communicate between 0 and 15 minutes. Correct? Yes? 0 to 15 minutes or 1 minute. When somebody puts a messenger or yeah, they
24 hours. You have
24
24
hours.
hours.
Okay. But if you could get it under 15 minutes, fantastic. And what we're telling you is that it is possible. And it is possible. There are many different ways that you do the technology, but there are ways to do it. All right. Now, and that's why we're talking about chatbot. Okay. The chatbot is going to be there to help you, one, communicate faster with your person when they have a question. The chatbot can answer frequently asked questions, and the chatbot can segment. So say, for instance, you're selling shoes. This chatbot segments whether it's a woman, a man, or a child that needs shoes. And then the chatbot segments whether they're buying school shoes, or they're buying work shoes, or they're buying whatever kind of shoes. Well, these days, nobody buying dress shoes, right? So we're all in slippers. Anyway, and to be generous, and the reason why you have to be generous, and when I say be generous, I'm not talking money wise. Okay, I'm talking being generous, like my egg person. Because okay, maybe he was a little on the tired side. It was at the end of the day, and he's tired. He's working all day delivering eggs. You still need to be generous. Okay. And what I mean by that is your words are going to reveal the true you. Your words are going to reveal your culture of your business. Your words are going to reveal if the boss just finished screaming at you. So that's why the boss should not be screaming at the staff. All right? That's a major reason why you cannot scream at your staff, because the attitude, or the fever that you just put into your staff member just got sent out the door to the customer.
To the customer.
Okay?
Refund.
Just can't do it.
Refund or no repeat sale. That's what it ends up as.
Yes. So when I say be generous, be nice. Okay. Somebody asks you a question. Don't just say yes, no. You have to go the extra mile and ask and offer. That's what I mean by being generous. Be generous. Now, one thing that I heard a story this week also with regards to Apple. When Apple started to do their stores, all right. Now, customer service is one of their biggest. That's their core. One of their core promises, customer service, and they told their staff members, you stay with that person as long as they need you, right? Now, in many people, businesses, they're like, answer the phone, okay, bye, gone. Do not hurry the customer off. Stay there until the customer is satisfied. Whether they buy or they don't buy, stay until they're satisfied and you are sure that they're going to leave you a good review. Whether the customer buys or not, the good review is important because the next person, the next 10 people, the next 100 people see that good review. That's where your sale is. And
Exactly.
e-commerce and digital and everything to do with online is so easily traced. And so it compounds your sales.
Yes,
So
it does.
Christmas sales is vital. Customer service is vital. I cannot tell you how important customer service is. And if right now you're down to bare bones, usually you have 25 people in your staff, and yes, you're down to bare bones and you only have 5 people who are working right now. It is possible. Automating technology, getting on board with the right technology to do the right things, automate what you're already doing
Well,
well.
yeah,
And
automated.
that's where it's gonna happen. So
One of the things,
go ahead.
a question in terms of, okay, so how do you get people to reach out to you in the first place? Like if you're digital, you're maybe doing minimum advertising. How do you get people to reach out to you?
Um by the content that you put on your social media. Yeah.
Oh,
It's how do you get people to reach out to you when they click a particular word in the comment, you trigger the chatbot to start talking to them. All right. So chatbot does so many things. It is so powerful. If you're not using it, you're going to be losing out because it is almost like 20 people being replaced with this chatbot. And then you can either get the phone notification, or you could get it an email notification, or you could get both. Or you could even segment, say, for instance, your staff is at home, your staff could get the email saying so and so put a question, this is their question, we can also send it to Sally, or according to what the person asked, send it to Sue, or you could send it to um, Beverly. It's so powerful. All right.
right.
And one of the things too with chatbot, it's almost for those who are using it and those who are using it well, because the chatbot was customized, a 20% increase in sales is what they are seeing.
Most of them see. All right.
Most
That's
of them
good.
are seeing.
Yeah.
I
That's amazing.
mean, 5% increase, we want that. If you
So
if
one
you do email marketing, definitely chatbot is for you. If you have 5,000, 10,000 people on your email, you should be using chatbot because it is faster, it's quicker, it comes to their phone. They don't have to. The less clicks that you give your busy consumer, mind you, they're busy watching Netflix, but they're busy. All
they're
right.
busy.
The
Exactly.
less clicks you give your customer, the happier you are going to be. And your messenger is right there on your phone. And don't think that people are not on Facebook. They are on Facebook.
Oh yes, they're there.
Yeah. Every
So
time I go to
what
a business person, like, yeah, people are not on Facebook anymore. I don't use Facebook. Nothing to do with you, man. Your customers are on Facebook.
yes. If your customers are there, you should be there too.
Yeah.
Um, what about like e-commerce, we want to drive e-commerce sales up, right? What type of advertising then? Because you said we it depends on the content, right? To get
Hmm.
eyeballs, you want to push content out there. But
Hmm.
how to blend that with advertising, or what are your suggestions
All
on the
right.
advertising?
Uh,
Yeah.
Excellent question. When you do your social media well, and yes, I come back to social media again. When you do your social media well, that's when you discover what resonates with your customers. And when you get a good reach and you're following your metrics, the right metrics, not views, okay? When you're following the right metrics, that is going to tell you what your customers want. Then you take that and you advertise that, and unfortunately, it's not the boost. Okay. These days, Facebook is actually taking the text. Before they used to reject it. When your
Yes.
text occupied more than
20.
20% of the image, Facebook just used to outright reject it.
Mhm.
But there are lots of people who are still doing the image with more than 20% text because they think that's what they need to do. And Facebook just got fed up and said, you know what? If you want to give me your money, give me your money. No problem. I'll take your money. But you know what? I'm not giving you people because you're breaking my rules. All right. One of the things that was announced this week, I don't know if I was late on the announcement, but it was announced this week. Facebook is now capping your ad spend of 2020. So, say for instance, you only spend $50 a week or $50 a month on Facebook ads, then they're not, come 2021, they are not going to allow you to spend more than $50 a week or $50 a month. Not telling you that that means you have to go out and spend money crazy so that you can keep your ad budget when you do have a campaign to run. We want to tell you frequency is the solution for your organic reach. When you have a post that is resonating with your customers, that's the way you put your ad. It's not necessarily what you want to push out, it's what your customers are looking for.
Yeah.
Give them what they want and then sell them what they need.
Yeah.
Right?
Give them
or sell them what you want them to buy. So say for instance, they come looking for socks, all right, but you want more of your shoes to sell. So they buy the sock and you give them, hey, a 5% on these shoes over here. See how nice they look, And you try to do your upsell, all right? If they choose yes, they choose no. But at least that's what you do, all right? And then to get to the ad, you do have to, there's so many ways to do ads to get good results, but the only way to know really is by testing.
Yeah.
And you test with small budget, test, and then you get to where you are getting good results, and that's when you put the $100 on the ad. You can't wake up and say, okay, I want an image for this. I want a campaign saying this message and spend $1,000 on Facebook with that image. That does not work anymore.
Yeah,
definitely. Unless, of course, they're giving away our Apple computer.
Yeah, and that means that you have the money.
Yeah.
All right. And even what you're looking for in terms of the results, because you're advertising, we're thinking of the end goal in mind. We want you to have a great Christmas. We want you to have great e-commerce sales. September is a wrap. Let's just be real. This is the last Thursday in September. Okay. You should be hitting the ground running with your strategies from October, November, so that you can have a great December. All right. And open 2021.
And remember, Black Friday is in November. People start shopping. People start shopping. People already started shopping. Yeah. If you want to compete with Amazon, customer service is the only really thing that we have over Amazon right now. Okay.
Yes. So
I must say my freight forward delivery guy, he is totally happy. I mean, he is working till the other day. He came by me 8 o'clock at night, and his wad of papers is like this thick of deliveries that he has made. People are shopping.
But are they shopping with you? That's the question.
Yeah.
So that's all for us today.
Happy Republic,
everybody. Those abroad, and we will see you next week Thursday. It is the 1st of October. That's my brother's birthday. Yay!
Very good.
We'll have
a start with a cake.
Yeah, we'll start with the cake next week once we get our eggs.
Yes. Gotta cut eggs.
Have a great rest of the day, everybody, and thanks for those joining live. And if you want to get more of this content, for those especially that are joining live, send us a message either on the pages on our profile to get access into our private BDTVtt group. All right. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye now.